Hello, my name's Adam and welcome to UK Theme Parks. Now, we had a look a few weeks ago, of course, on the announcement on the 8th of January of SW8, which we believe will be the first big attraction to open in 2018. But there are more attractions opening in 2018 apart from SW8 and, of course, Icon. Now, we touched on our Attractions 15 show last year. However, we're going to have a closer look because we're going to be approaching a new expansion to a children's area down at possibly the best, or one of the best family theme parks in the UK, in Paulton's Park and of course Peppa Pig World. Now, Peppa Pig World, for those who haven't visited, have got 7 interactive Peppa Pig rides, really richly themed as well. Richly themed area, Peppa Pig World, and arguably for many the best themed area in the country for children. Now, we still believe it's Thomas Land because it caters to a slightly larger age. However, don't get me wrong, when we go into Peppa Pig World, we certainly feel like we're part of the environment, and for the younger children, undoubtedly it is popular. So, for the first time since it opened 6 years ago, we're going to see an expansion to Peppa Pig World. It's going to include 2 new attractions, some new meet and greets, a care centre, and also a new outlet, a food outlet as well. So, what do we have? Well, we have the Queen's Flying Coach Ride, which is a monorail which will go around the top of a brand new castle which is being built. The area is at the back of the what's currently there. So as you walk through Peppa Pig World from kind of the train station area, around the back is where the new part is going to be. There is a new castle being built. You may have seen some construction pictures we put up a few months ago now, in fairness. And you'll certainly be able to see what's going on and the scale and where the boat ride was going to be from those pictures that we put up. It's obviously developed massively at the moment. During January, the park was closed and it is due to open in just 9 days' time. That's right. 10th of February, they open for half term with what looks like only the edge and the log flume closed. So hopefully we'll get a better look, or someone will get a better look of the Peppa Pig World expansion, and Paulton's Park may well share some more details of it as well. But the Flying Coach Ride will be a monorail that goes above and give you panoramic views of the current Peppa Pig World and the new kind of area as well. This will interact with the new castle that's being built, which is kind of your main figure as part of the new Peppa Pig World, and it's going to look amazing. And it's also going to go above the new boat ride, which is Grandpa's Rabbit's Sailing Club. Now, this boat ride looks very similar. We've put the image right there. It looks very similar to Dora the Explorer in terms of transit and ride system as what they have up there in Blackpool Pleasure Beach. The carts look exactly the same. The way it looks kind of looks exactly the same, but it's obviously looking a little bit bigger, in fairness. From what we saw from the construction terms, it looks a little bit bigger, and you'll be able to set sail and head off with your family down to Pirate Island and try and find what's going on down at Pirate Island. So it's a nice little twist. Rather than just Peppa Pig World and going round, there'll be a little bit more to the boat ride when you get down there, and Pirate Island will be a place that you will be able to find. So the monorail and the boat ride are 2 massive attractions for Paulton's Park in 2018, but it's also going to be introduced with some new meet and greets as well, and that includes Gerald Giraffe and Mr. Bull. Now, funnily enough, I know who Mr. Bull is because my younger one used to watch Peppa Pig. I don't remember Gerald Giraffe, but I'm sure someone will tell me what it is. And this will also have a new baby care facility and a new food outlet called the Queen's Kitchen. We're not really sure what it's going to serve yet, whether or not it's got an indoor one or whether or not it's just a stall one. No details have appeared of that as yet, but it will mean there are now 9 rides in total in Peppa Pig World, which is massive, and it will be a massive expansion for Paulton's Park. They also had a quiet year last year after the Lost Kingdom opened the year before, and bearing in mind that Peppa Pig World already looks amazing. I mean, after the detail they put into the Lost Kingdom, you know, the spruce up of Peppa Pig World and this new addition to it, we're expecting to be incredible. It themed incredible. Now, again, if you watched our Attractions 15 show, you will know that Merlin picked up the rights for Peppa Pig outside of the UK. So Paulton's Park have it exclusively for the UK, and now Merlin have it for everywhere else. Now, Hyde Park put a statement out last month that they are also opening the Peppa Pig Land for 2018, including 3 rides, and the 3 rides are identical to the ones that Paulton's Park have, which is very odd. That includes a dinosaur ride, that includes a boat ride, and there's another ride as well. It'll also include the house with a meet and greet, and will include obviously a shop and various food outlets. Now, we obviously know that, you know, when it comes to the house and things like that, that is going to be very similar. Peppa Pig is Peppa Pig. But it's a bit of a shame that all the graphics that it looks like they're using look exactly the same as the Paulton's Park one. And you have to give Paulton's Park credit for this. They went out, they got the Peppa Pig licence, they've made a massive success of it, and without a doubt turned around their theme park from, you know, a quiet little family attraction to a mainstream UK attraction, and you know, it's kind of known now more all over Europe. It wins TripAdvisor awards. It's a nice place to visit. It's a lovely place to visit, in fact. So, you know, it's really done well for them. And the interesting thing about this, we'll see what Merlin can pull off, because, you know, we've seen the detail that Paulton's Park can pull off, and we've seen the detail that Merlin can pull off in the past. You know, even rides like the Gruffalo last year, you know, looked fantastic for Merlin, to be fair, in terms of how, you know, how they've been portrayed over the last few seasons. So it'll be really interesting to compare the two Peppa Pig worlds. Although this one's going to be Peppa Pig Land, and it's only going to have 3 rides and a few things, you know, we'll be able to compare it directly with what Paulton's Park already have, and indeed what Paulton's Park are putting out for 2018. So 2 new rides, 9 in total. We cannot wait to get back to Paulton's Park this year and have a look at the Peppa Pig World. There is also something else, and this opens in 9 days with the park on the 10th of February, and that is Little Africa. So they've always had a small collection of animals there, a small collection of birds and a few other, you know, the penguins, for instance. And they are expanding that slightly to Little Africa, and Little Africa actually looks like it's kind of attached to Peppa Pig World. I fully imagine once it's all kind of built and done, it will be a completely separate area. And Little Africa opens in February half term, so it's just 9 days away. The park opens on the 10th of February, so 9 days away, and you'll be able to experience the first new attraction of 2018 in Little Africa at Paulton's Park. If you're going for half term, you'll be able to meet animals and birds, all from the savannah, including meerkats, porcupines, lizards, mongoose. Nocterra House will have fennec foxes, it'll have rats, it'll have scorpions, and then there'll be hornbills and herons as well in the free-flying aviary area. So, again, another expansion. They've always had their birds sort of, and they've had lovely gardens. Paulton's Park, you know, if you haven't visited, you must go to Paulton's Park. It's got some lovely gardens, lovely open spaces. You know, some may say it's expansion space, which it probably is, but they've got some lovely open gardens which you can go and look around that. And, you know, Japanese garden they've opened, and there's birds and things around there. We're kind of assuming that some of them will be rehoused in the Little Africa area, and there might be a slight change and a slight upgrade to the garden area. But we'll see, we'll see. We're not sure whether or not we're going to get down there for half term by any means, but we are certainly looking to get down to Paulton's Park in the early part of 2018. Now, for those that don't know, the 2 new rides for Peppa Pig World do not open until the 16th of May. Now, we've said in our episode we find this very strange, and I have to say we still find this very strange they haven't got this open for Easter. You know, when we went last year, we kind of went around the May-June time, and you know, the skeleton and all the, you know, what you could see of the rides was already in place. So it seems really strange, given the account that, you know, Icon SW8 have gone up in, you know, massive track terms and theming and things, that Paulton's Park have really taken their time getting this up, and they certainly want it as a summer attraction rather than beginning attraction. And to be fair to them, they will probably get people in with Little Africa for the first couple of months and see through Easter before hitting them with the Peppa Pig expansion to Peppa Pig World for the summer. So 16th of May is the date for your diary. If you're lucky enough to get an exclusive view of it, that happens from the 13th of May. If you go onto the park's website, you can enter a little competition in which you may be randomly chosen to come and experience the new Peppa Pig World expansion from the 13th of May. They did this with Lost Kingdom. We were down there for the press event of the Lost Kingdom. We got in there slightly early, and it looked amazing, and also really quiet. You know, they do really stick to their guns in only letting in the people that have won competitions. So if you haven't entered, go and enter. If you don't get selected for the 13th of May, the 16th of May is the date for your diary. But Little Africa, you can experience that from half term in just under 2 weeks' time, the 10th of February. So we're looking forward to Paulton's Park in 2018. We will 100% be visiting. It's actually our closest main theme park to where we live. So there's no reason really not to go down the road and experience it. Now then, this has been UK Theme Parks News for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's all about the lowdown of Paulton's Park. We will be back as soon as we find out a little bit more about Icon. And Icon is the other massive attraction for this year. But hey, there's some little ones coming as well. Stay tuned with us. We'll be back with more as soon as we got it.